6 months, no excuses, no distractions. Your life can be completely different. If that sentence makes you pause good, do not scroll. Listen to the end, because most people skip the very thing that could save them. You have felt this in traffic when the cars do not move, when the food delivery bill is longer than you planned, when you check your credit score, tell yourself, I will deal with it tomorrow. It is not the 9-to-5 schedule. It is not the crowded roads. It is not the weekend game. It is your choices every day. You do not need more inspiration. You need a new standard. Clear, decisive, non-negotiable. 6 months, no excuses. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, your phone stays in airplane mode until 10 in the morning. After lunch, you go for a 20-minute walk instead of watching another episode. In the evening, you cook a simple meal for yourself, no fast food. This week, you pay a small portion of your student loan. Your credit score inches up. Small but real. Small but progress. Now think about this. Do you want to keep the old cycle, or do you want to write a new page starting today? Do not close this. Just one more minute. We will begin with blunt truth. Name the thing that is pulling you down. Chapter 1, Brutal Honesty. Name what is wrecking your life. You say you are fine, yet every morning you are tired. Every night runs late. Work piles up. Your mood feels heavy as stone. You know the reason. It is not the 9-to-5 schedule. It is not the crowded roads. It is not the weekend plans. It is the small choices, repeated every day, quietly wearing you down. You open your eyes, you hit snooze, then you hit snooze again. The phone lights up. Your thumb glides across the screen. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour gone, and you have done nothing. You head to work. Your mind is still stuck in last night. Focus is hard. One notification pops up, then another. You reply to 100 tiny things. The real work gets pushed back. You go home, you are hungry. You open an app and order food. Fast, easy, and then you regret it. Your stomach feels heavy. Your head feels heavy. Another restless night. The next morning, the old script repeats. You sigh. You tell yourself, I will deal with it tomorrow. Tomorrow looks exactly like today. But hold on. Not everything is out of your hands. You can break this loop. The starting point is very clear. Face the truth. If you do not name it, you cannot fix it. If you do not face it, you cannot move forward. The truth cuts through the fog. The truth puts you back in the driver's seat. When a problem has a clear name, you take a clear action. When you point at the crack, you know where to patch. Be honest, no defensiveness, no beating yourself up. Just describe your reality. The clearer the better, the more specific the better. Picture this. You sit at the table, a blank sheet of paper, a pen, you write 3 lines, only 3 lines. Each line is one habit that drags you down. Line 1, scrolling mindlessly before bed. Line 2, ordering food through an app late at night. Line 3, hitting snooze 3 times every morning. You look at those 3 lines. You do not make excuses. You do not say, everyone does this. You simply nod, and you accept it. This is the starting line. Clear, simple, direct. Without honesty, there is no progress. Write down 3 behaviors that drag you down: scrolling mindlessly before bed, ordering food through an app late at night, hitting snooze over and over. Set your screen time limit to 90 minutes per day and lock it until 10 o'clock in the morning. Clear your desk for 10 minutes so you begin in a tidy space. Now think about this. You do those 3 things today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. When you write things down, your mind becomes less foggy. What is vague is always scary. What is clear becomes doable. When you set a screen time limit, your morning grows quieter. No more strings of notifications pulling you away. You keep your phone in airplane mode until 10 o'clock in the morning. You give your mind a pocket of quiet. You choose one important task. You do it first. When you tidy your desk for 10 minutes, you send yourself a signal. I am serious. I am truly starting. Not a hazy promise, a visible action, small but solid, small but real. You may ask, is that really all? That is all, because we are laying a foundation. A foundation must be firm, not grand. You trade a little comfort for a little control. You trade a little convenience for a little self-respect. Day by day, beat by beat. But hold on. Honesty goes further than jotting notes. It is the way you talk to yourself. You do not say I am useless. You say I chose A and a produced result B. You do not say I cannot. You say I have not done it yet and I will do it in 3 small steps. That is the difference between self-blame and self-management. You will still stumble. There will be nights when you are worn out. There will be mornings when you are late. Do not let it stretch on. Return immediately. Set your phone back to do not disturb. Rewrite the 3 lines. Begin again. 5 minutes. And you keep your trajectory. Look from another angle. Money. You say you want to save. Yet every night you order takeout. You say you want to raise your credit score. Yet you pay a small bill late. The same principle applies here. Honesty is the first step. Write down 1 unnecessary fee you paid this week. Write down 1 minimum payment for your student loan. Look at the numbers. Do not look away. You may feel a little sting. Yes, the truth can be uncomfortable, but that feeling is a signal. It tells you that you touched the right spot. It tells you that you have left the foggy zone. You are stepping into the action zone. The structure is simple. Name it. Decision, small action, evidence, self-respect. Enough evidence, a new identity. You are no longer the person who tries. You become the person who keeps promises. 1 day, then 2 days, then 1 week. The feeling of trusting yourself returns. Picture this. You get home in the afternoon. You feel tired. Your desk is tidy waiting for you. The sheet with 3 lines is still there. You add a tick for today. You give a small smile. No praise needed. You know you are making progress. You can do the same. No complicated plan, no long list. Just 1 sheet of paper, 3 lines, 3 small actions. Repeat. Now think about this. If you keep these 3 for 7 days, what will change? Mornings will be calmer. Evenings will be cleaner. Money will stop leaking without a trace. You will trust yourself a little more. Just a little, but enough to step into the next stage. Let the emotional tempo slow down now. Take a deep breath. Place your hands on the table. Look at the blank page. Write your 3 lines. Do not wait. Do not postpone. Do it in 5 minutes. Right now. If your heart feels heavy, make it even smaller. Write 1 line first. Only 1 line. That still counts. You have broken the ice. You have stepped out of the old loop. You have chosen to stand on your own side. No one is perfect. No one runs in a straight line. Your power comes from returning quickly. Slip once, correct within the day. Slip twice, correct within the hour. Do not allow 3 slips in a row. That is the simple rule that protects your trajectory. You can tape the paper to the wall. You can place it on the dining table. You can keep it at the head of your bed. Anywhere works as long as you see it every day. It reminds you of your commitment. It reminds you of the person you are building. You can also take a photo. Set it as your phone background. Each time you unlock your screen, you remember what you need. Not 1,000 tasks. Just these 3 first. Just these 3 today. At this point, you have a real beginning. No more talk that only sounds good. No more empty promises. You have your own handwriting. You have 3 clear actions. You have done a part of the work. The rest is repetition. But hold on. You will ask, what happens when temptation comes back? The answer is in the next step. We will cut the comfort loop during the first 7 days. Clean, clear, under control. Do not exit. The truth has just unlocked the first door. Next comes cutting the self-destruct loop in only 7 days. Are you ready? Chapter 2, Cut Self-Destructive Habits. Stop the bad loop. You know that feeling. You are tired, but you still scroll for a few more minutes. You are hungry, but you order food through an app late at night. You are stressed, so you reward yourself with something sweet. 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then an hour disappears. Every time you indulge, you teach your brain one lesson. Quitting is allowed. Next time you will quit faster. The cheap choices now become very expensive later. Shallow sleep, heavy mornings, slow work, money slipping away without a trace. It is not because you are weak, it is because you have walked the wrong path for too long. But hold on. Total bans often snap back even harder. A better way is replacement. Increase friction for the bad habit. Decrease friction for the good habit. Trade a cheap hit for a healthy choice. You do not need to win forever. You only need to win this round. Then repeat. To see why you often lose at the end of the day, look at the familiar loop. A cue appears. You are tired, you are bored, you feel lonely. An automatic action follows. Grab the phone, open an app, scroll. An instant reward arrives, your brain lights up. You feel a quick burst of relief. The price shows up later, poor sleep, late mornings, work piling up. To break the loop, change the middle or the beginning. Remove the cue, swap the action, slow down the instant reward. One simple switch is a 5-minute delay. Cravings rise and fall like a wave. If you stand through the crest, it weakens fast. You can pour a glass of water, wash your face, walk around the room. After 5 minutes, decide again. Most of the time, you will choose differently. Another switch is a context change. You often scroll on your bed, so move the phone out of the bedroom. You often order food when you are sunk into the couch, so stand up, go to the table, drink water, open a book. Change the place and the behavior follows. You do not need massive willpower. You only need to redesign the path. Cut one bad habit before you add a good one. Choose one bad habit and cut it for 7 days. For example, sugary drinks after 8 in the evening or late night videos after 11 at night. Replace it with plain water and 10 minutes of reading before bed, and keep a book within easy reach in the nightstand. Turn on Do Not Disturb from 9 in the evening to 7 in the morning, and keep your phone an arm's length from the bed. Now go deeper into replacement. Write a short if-then sentence. If after dinner I want something sweet, then I drink a warm glass of water and walk for 5 minutes. If my hand reaches for the phone before bed, then I switch to airplane mode and place the phone on the desk. If I feel sad late at night, then I make a short call to a loved one, or I write a few lines in my notebook. The if-then line turns a good choice into a new reflex. You do not have to think so much. You just follow what you already wrote. Prepare 3 replacements in the afternoon. 1 large glass of water already set out. 1 thin, easy-to-read book. 1 small sheet of paper with 3 if-then lines. When you are tired, you will not be clear-headed enough to hunt for solutions. The solution must be present before the craving arrives. That is why preparation matters as much as willpower. Tonight, you turn the lights off 15 minutes earlier. Your phone is in airplane mode from 10 o'clock. Do Not Disturb stays on until 7 in the morning. A glass of water sits by the bed. The book is right there. You read for 10 minutes. Your eyes soften. You sleep. No endless videos pulling you away. No alerts cutting through your rest. Tomorrow morning, your body responds. Your head is lighter. Your mood is calmer. You complete one important task earlier. You save a little money because you did not order late-night food. You notice one more change, fewer impulses during work hours. When the evening is quiet, the morning can start clean. When the morning is clean, the rest of the day has a clear frame. If you work shifts or work from home, adjust the hours instead of giving up. You do not need to force an early wake-up. Set one clear checkpoint before your main break. 20 minutes to prepare for the evening, tidy the desk wash, the cup write 3 tomorrow lines. 10 minutes of quiet for your brain, no screens, no alerts. 5 minutes to breathe and stretch. These small pockets of calm keep you on the safe side of the craving. You may ask, why do I collapse on weekends? Because weekends lack structure. Without structure, people drift back to what is easy. The answer is a light frame for the 2 days off. Morning, the hardest task for 15 minutes. Midday, a 20-minute walk after the meal. Evening, screens off from 10 o'clock. 3 small checkpoints like 3 tent stakes. The wind can blow and the tent will still stand. There will be nights when you slip. You watch another half hour. You place a late order. Do not turn one slip into a downhill slide. Close it immediately with the 3-step return ritual. Step 1, screens off in 5 seconds. Step 2, drink water, wash your face. Step 3, lie down and read 3 pages. You cut the loop on the spot. You keep your trajectory. Here is a truth few say out loud: many bad habits are temporary fixes for stress. You are exhausted. You are sad. You are lonely. You worry about money. Your brain grabs fast rewards to patch feelings. If you do not adjust the emotion at the root, you will hunt for another reward to fill the gap. So add 3 release points to your day. 5 minutes of walking in the middle of the day. 3 minutes of breathing before a meeting. 10 minutes to write down what you are worried about. When feelings have a safe outlet, the bad habits weaken on their own. Tie it back to money so you see the real price. 1 sugary drink every night. 1 late-night food order every 2 days. 1 hour of mindless scrolling every evening. They add up to the cost of sleep, the cost of focus, the cost of work, and the cost of cash. Try this: set out a glass jar. Each night you do not order late-night food, drop a small bill into the jar. Count it on the weekend. You will see physical proof of your new choices. A reminder from someone real. Jocko Willink, known for discipline, always says, do not negotiate with yourself in weak moments. Prepare at night. Set clear times. When morning comes, do the thing. No hype needed. Just show up on time for yourself. This message is not reserved for anyone special. Anyone can apply it within their own constraints. If you prefer a step-by-step route, try a tight first 7 days. Day 1, choose 1 bad habit and write it on paper. Day 2, reset your sleep corner and work corner and move the phone far from the bed. Day 3, set do not disturb from 9 in the evening to 7 in the morning and turn off unneeded notifications. Day 4, swap sugary drinks for warm water after dinner. Day 5, after dinner, walk for 15 to 20 minutes, then read for 10 minutes. Day 6, check your screen time, compare it with the start of the week, and write the number down. Day 7, review the week, keep what worked, and drop what did not. It all hinges on one idea: make the good choice easy. Place the book where your hand can reach it. Keep the water glass by the bed. Prepare a light snack if you often get hungry at night. Keep the alarm clock an arm's length from the bed. Put the phone where you must stand up to get it. You are not wrestling with temptation. You are walking around it by design. Do not forget sleep. Lack of sleep makes you crave sugar. Sugar cravings pull you towards stimulation. Use a warm desk lamp. Keep the room cool and dark. Have 1 hour with no screens before bed. This is your evening defense system. Protect the night and the morning becomes a fair start. Sometimes you feel bored. You say, I want to reward myself. You deserve rewards. Change the reward. Reward yourself with a warm bath, with 15 minutes of gentle music, with 5 pages of a good book. Do not reward yourself with something that will steal another hour afterward. You do not need a supervisor. You need evidence. A clean corner of the desk, an empty glass of water, a book closed after 10 minutes, screen time down a little. That is evidence. Enough evidence builds self-respect. Enough self-respect shapes a new identity. If you live with family or roommates, agree on a shared signal. 10 in the evening is quiet time. No big screens, no alert sounds. Each person has a reading corner. A quiet home helps each person find quiet. You do not need arguments. You only need one small shared rule. When work stress climbs, temptation climbs with it. So set a worst-case plan. If I must work late tonight, I will eat a healthy snack before 8 in the evening. I will set a screen limit before I begin. I will end with 5 minutes of breathing to lower the rhythm. A worst-case plan keeps you out of the grip of your worst habit. At the end of each evening, ask yourself 3 questions. Which cue pulled me today? What did I replace it with? How will I prepare tomorrow so the rhythm is easier to keep? These 3 questions keep you in learning mode, not in self-blame. You adjust the path. You do not judge yourself. You will be surprised how one small change triggers many others. Cut sugary drinks after 8 in the evening. You fall asleep more easily. You wake 15 minutes earlier. You create room for one hard task early. You drop into deep focus 30 minutes sooner. The entire day follows a different track. You owe yourself one serious run, not a grand oath. A small decision repeated for 7 days. Drop what makes you weaker. Choose what makes you stronger. Today, right now. Do not go back to a little bit of comfort. It is burning your future. Next comes the daily framework that forces growth, a schedule that stops you from negotiating with yourself. Chapter 3. A routine that forces growth design, a day with no negotiation. You are letting the morning decide who you are. Your mood pulls you away. Notifications pull you away. Random tasks pull you away. The important work sits still. It is not laziness. It is that you do not have rails. When the morning has no rails, the whole day derails. But hold on, there is a simple way. Decide at night. Execute in the morning. Fewer tasks, the right tasks. Repeat until it becomes identity. Tonight's plan decides tomorrow morning. Write 3 key tasks for tomorrow before you go to bed. Place the sheet where you will see it first. Set your phone to airplane mode until 10 in the morning and keep do not disturb on through the night. Do one hard thing before 9 in the morning, one important email, one difficult call, or one hard section of your assignment. Picture this. Wake up. Do not touch the phone. Look at the sheet. Choose the hard task. Open the right file. Begin. The first 10 minutes feel dry. That is normal. Do not judge, just do. Work for 25 minutes, rest for 5 minutes. Stand up, drink water, come back. Another 25 minutes. If you slip easily, shrink the warm-up. Open the file. Put the cursor in the right place. Write the first sentence. Momentum will form. If you get pulled sideways, seal the morning. Close extra windows. Turn on Do Not Disturb. Keep the phone an arm's length from the bed. What is truly urgent will call you directly. Everything else waits until 10 in the morning. A tidy power hour. Minutes 1 to 5, breathe, drink water, stretch. Minutes 6 to 10, look at the sheet, lock one hard task. Minutes 11 to 35, work no inbox, no mindless scrolling. Minutes 36 to 40, rest for 5 minutes. Minutes 41 to 65, finish. Write one line what you completed, what blocked you, what the next step is. You need a morning map for different types of days: quiet days, noisy days, meeting-heavy days, travel days. Each type gets a short script. Write it, stick it on the desk. When your eyes open, follow it. Quiet day, go straight to the hard task. Keep airplane mode until 10 in the morning. Noisy day, 3 layers of protection. Do not disturb headphones, notify people around you. Log interruptions and handle them after the deep work block. Meeting heavy day, drop an anchor 15 minutes before the meeting block. Touch a sliver of the hard task, then head to meetings. Travel day, turn transit time into light prep. Start real work the moment you arrive. With young kids, move preparation to the evening. Split the hard task into 3 pieces of 5, 10, and 10 minutes. You work at an office, treat the commute as light refueling. Listen to something short. Capture one idea. You work from home, create a hard boundary dress, neatly open the blinds. Sit down on time as if you arrived at the office. You do both in a hybrid setup. Keep the same rails. Only the setting changes. The foundation is the same. The 3 task sheet, the hard work block, the phone out of reach. When the list is too long, the brain avoids it. Cut the number of tasks, raise the clarity. 3 key tasks. 1 hard task first. Give the other 2 a specific time window. The extras wait until after 11 in the morning. You win by sharpness, not by length of the list. The inbox loves to steal the power hour. Build a gate. First open after 10 in the morning. Process in 25 minutes on 5 minutes off. Close it. Return to the rails. Work messages follow the same rule. Another obstacle is noise. People noise. Device noise. Inside your head noise. Use 3 layers of dampening. Layer 1, the do not disturb switch. Layer 2, headphones and light instrumental music. Layer 3, tell people around you your focus window. All 3 together, thick enough to hold the thread. Afraid of running out of steam? Invite 1 person to co-work for 30 minutes. Cameras on. Say hello once. Silence. Work. Share outcomes at the end. Few words. Much work. Gentle pressure. Warm. 1 rhythm trick works wonders. 2 non-negotiable checkpoints. Checkpoint 1, sit at the desk on time. Checkpoint 2, touch the hard task in the first 10 minutes. Hold those 2 and the rest will glide. It is not a sudden surge of willpower. It is that the starting friction disappears. Energy waves matter. Your body likes 90-minute cycles. You do not need to grind all morning. You only need 2 good cycles. Cycle 1 for the hard task. Cycle 2 for extension or skill practice. After that, operate and maintain. Midday is a common dip. Do not eat too heavy. Drink enough water. Walk for 20 minutes after lunch. 1 short, deep focus session after lunch can rescue the rest of the day. Save battery for the afternoon. Some days are emergencies. Have a worst-case plan: 15 minutes for the hard task, 5 minutes to note the outcome, 3 minutes to stage materials for tomorrow. Even a bad day leaves small evidence. The streak does not break. Worried you will get bored quickly? Build healthy rewards. Finish the hard task before 9 in the morning. Enjoy a warm drink. Hold airplane mode until 10 in the morning. Listen to music for 10 minutes. 5 days on time. 1 long reading evening. Rewards attached to actions, not to mindless scrolling. Sunday afternoon is the reset button. 15 minutes to review the week. Which mornings worked while they worked, what to keep next week, what to drop. Write 3 tasks for Monday. Stage materials for the hard task. Clear the desk. set out water. Go to bed with tomorrow morning already clear. Concerned about money, thread money goals into the power hour. One small task each morning, check your credit score once a month. Schedule the minimum payment for your student loan log, one small saving. 5 minutes a day, 30 days, and you will notice the difference. A short cue from someone famous. Kobe Bryant woke early to add one extra practice session, one small session. Repeated for years, a big difference. The message is clear. Place one quality block at the start of the day, then repeat. You can do the same within your reality. Closing image, 1 3-task sheet, 1 tidy desk, 1 phone in airplane mode, 1 alarm clock placed out of arm's reach. Those are the rails. You set them tonight. You ride them tomorrow morning. Hold the rhythm. Do not let morning emotions run the whole day. Before we continue, we have a 60-second ritual to flip the action switch right now. Interlude, 1-minute ritual. You often sit staring at the screen for a few minutes. Then it turns into half an hour. Then the whole morning is gone. It is not because you are lacking. It is because you are missing a start switch. One crisp press. Fast. Decisive. That is why the 1-minute ritual exists. It is not a flashy trick. It is how you put your body and your brain into work mode. Posture shifts and your breathing shifts. The words you speak out loud label your intention. The words you write down lock your target. Noise is blocked and a pocket of quiet appears. 1 minute done right is enough to open the door to an hour of work. This is not inspiration, it is order. This is not vague effort, it is 4 clear steps. When you repeat them, your brain learns fast when it is time you work. No negotiation. 1 minute done right unlocks an hour of work. Step 1, 10 seconds. Stand up. Open your shoulders. Look straight ahead. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Feel the air go in and go out. Your body signals that the state has changed. You leave consumption mode. You enter creation mode. Step 2, 20 seconds. Say today's rule out loud. Short, clear, measurable. For example, 1 hard thing before 9 in the morning, or no phone until 10 in the morning, or finish 1 section in 30 minutes. Sound makes intention real. Your words force you to stand on one side. You hear yourself give the order. You follow it. Step 3, 20 seconds. Write 1 single action on a sticky note. Make it so specific it cannot be misunderstood. Write a 200-word introduction. Send the scheduling confirmation email. Complete 10 short exercises. Place the note in the center of the desk. Right in your line of sight. Let it pull you back whenever the mind drifts. Step 4, 10 seconds. Turn on Do Not Disturb on your computer. Set your phone to airplane mode. Place it an arm's length away. Begin right now for 2 minutes. You do not need more. You only need 2 minutes to break through the starting wall. Once you are moving, continuing is much easier. You are thinking, what if I am in public? Use the silent version. If you cannot stand, sit upright. Take 3 small breaths. Whisper the line. Write quickly on paper or in a note card in your phone. Turn on Do Not Disturb. Set a 2-minute timer. You do not need perfection. You need consistency. You work at an office. Keep a blank sticky note, a pen, and a glass of water just to the left of your keyboard. That is your start signal set. Each time you return to the desk after a meeting, repeat this ritual for exactly 1 minute. You work from home. Place the note under your mouse every evening. In the morning, it is the first thing you see. You travel a lot. Carry a small card in your wallet. Write with a marker. Stand in a quiet corner of the terminal. 1 minute still works. Why does this ritual work? Because it lowers decision friction. You do not need to think, what should I do first? You already wrote it down because it closes the door to noise. No notifications, no chimes, because it activates the body before the brain. Deep breaths lower the rhythm. Open shoulders create a sense of agency. The brain takes orders from posture because it creates instant evidence. The first 2 minutes are a small win. That small win pulls in the next win. The 1-minute ritual is not only for mornings, call it the scene switch. Back to the desk after lunch, hit the switch. After a long meeting, hit the switch. Before you start a brand new hard task, hit the switch. Every scene change earns 1 minute. Your day becomes continuous. You do not fall into gaps. Worried about feeling awkward speaking out loud? Choose a fixed line you use every day. Start now. No negotiation or one hard thing first. Keep it simple. Repeat it verbatim. The short line becomes a conditioned signal. Say it and your brain understands that it is work time. Worried others will interrupt. Set a visible signal. A bright sticky note in the middle of the desk. Headphones on your head even if no music is playing. A countdown timer on the screen for 2 minutes. People can see you are busy. You do not need long explanations. If you have young children at home, use the family version. Step 1. Everyone stands and takes 3 breaths. Step 2. Each person says 1 sentence for the goal. Step 3. Each person writes 1 line on a card and places it in front of them. Step 4. The whole house stays quiet for 2 minutes. Children learn how to start. You keep your rails. Sometimes 1 minute is not enough. Stretch it to 3 minutes using a 10-20-20-10-20 rhythm. Add a 20-second segment to stage the exact files you need to open. Do not wander. Only open what the sticky note requires. Then go to work. Important note. Do not turn the ritual into a fussy ceremony. Do not add fancy background music. Do not add new tools every week. 4 steps in order, then do the work. If you get interrupted mid-step, go back 1 step. Do not restart from the very beginning unless you want to. You can pair the ritual with a small reward. Each time you complete the first 2 minutes, place 1 dot on your calendar. 5 dots in a row, and you reward yourself with a longer reading evening. Do not reward with mindless scrolling. Reward with something that does not break your rhythm. If you have a long commute, set a clear anchor the moment you arrive. Even if you have not put away your coat, that is fine. You can still stand, breathe, say 1 line, write 1 line, turn on Do Not Disturb, and begin for 2 minutes. That first minute at work is gold. It sets the direction for the whole shift. You ask, which rule sentence should I use today? Choose the one that matches your main goal. If the goal is to get into the hard task fast, say 1 hard thing before 9 in the morning. If the goal is to protect the morning from noise, say no phone until 10 in the morning. If the goal is to finish an unfinished section, say finish the introduction in 30 minutes. Only 1 sentence. Do not switch midstream. You have early meetings. Move the ritual to 10 minutes before the meeting. You still do all 4 steps. You touch a tiny slice of the hard task. You send the signal that you have started today. When you come back after the meeting, the thread is not broken. You are stressed. Extend the breathing by 10 seconds. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 2 counts. Exhale for 6 counts. Do 3 rounds. Then say the rule sentence. You will feel your chest lighten. Your head will quiet down. You will be ready to write a clearer line. You often forget to turn on Do Not Disturb. Place a small label by the desk that says, "Have you blocked the noise yet?" Each time you see it, you press the button. It becomes a reflex, like buckling your seatbelt in a car. You fear doing sloppy work in the first 2 minutes. Remind yourself of this. These 2 minutes do not need to be pretty. They are the runway for takeoff. Get airborne first. Adjust course once you are up. What matters is that you have left the ground. You want to measure effectiveness. Track 3 numbers for 7 days. How many times you hit the 1-minute ritual? How many times you completed what you wrote on the note? How much screen time you used before 10 in the morning? Set modest goals. 7 days in a row, pressing the switch. 5 days completing what you wrote. Morning screen time cut to half of last week. The numbers will give you confidence, not just a feeling. The 1-minute ritual helps with money too. Each morning after you complete the 2-minute start, spend 5 minutes on one small item. Check the due date on your student loan. Set a reminder to pay on time. Log one small saving for the week. Money work moves from tomorrow to one small part today. Pressure drops. Your credit score is protected. You worry that it will get boring. That is fine. Boredom is a feeling, not a command. Your body can still do 4 steps in 1 minute. Do them. After 1 minute, you are already on the rails. Momentum may return. If it does not return, you are still moving. When everything is chaotic, remember the rescue version. Stand, breathe, say 1 line. Write 1 line, turn on. Do not disturb, work for 2 minutes. Done. Do not add anything else. Finish the rescue and you have a small win. That small win is enough to pull the rest. Finally, put the ritual into fixed time slots. Every morning at the same time. Before each important work block. After each long meeting. Whenever you notice a scene change, hit the switch. You will feel a rhythm forming in your day. Clear rhythm means less fatigue. Less fatigue means you get more done. Getting more done thickens your self-respect. You do not need to believe right away. You only need to try it for 7 consecutive days. 1 minute each time. 4 steps as described. Record each time you hit the switch. On the weekend, look at the row of dots. You will see this truth. It is not that your willpower suddenly became stronger. It is that your environment and your ritual are carrying you. Good, you have just powered up. Do not close this. Next, you will learn to choose growth over comfort with one single rule. Chapter 4. Choose growth over comfort. Stop trading your future for instant comfort. You choose comfort, then you regret it. The next day repeats, a closed loop. It is not that you do not know what to do. You know. But when the decision moment arrives, your hand taps the easy thing. The mechanism is clear. The brain searches for the shortest path to reduce effort. The shortest path is usually an immediate reward. Watch one more video. Lie down on the sofa. Order food through an app late at night. The pleasant feeling arrives fast. Your standard drops slowly but surely. Each time you give in, you teach your brain that it is fine. Tomorrow your brain will choose it is fine even faster. Comfort is not neutral. Comfort lowers the bar. To escape, you need retraining, not a loud battle cry. A small rule, clear and measurable. This rule cuts off the inner haggling. This rule puts the decision back in your hands. When you are unsure, do not ask your feelings. Ask your standard. When in doubt, choose the harder thing. Rate the task you are about to do on a scale from 1 to 5. Choose a 4 instead of a 2 when time allows. Take the stairs for 3 flights instead of the elevator when you are going up 3 floors. Do not lie on the sofa before you finish one main task written on your sheet. You may feel this rule is dry. The dryness is what saves you. It does not ask, do you like it? It asks, is it aligned with the goal? Follow it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes is enough to pass the comfort wave. After that, the work rhythm pulls you forward. But hold on. Choosing the harder thing does not mean self-punishment. It does not mean the hardest thing at all times. It means the harder of the 2 choices in front of you. Stand up or lie down. Write 10 lines or scroll for 10 minutes. Walk for 20 minutes or sit for 20 more minutes. Each time you choose the harder option, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. Those votes accumulate into identity. If you fear running out of energy midday, set a small block. 15 minutes on the hard task is still choosing growth. 1 page of notes is still choosing growth. 1 difficult call in 5 minutes is still choosing growth. Not heroics, consistency. Picture a typical evening. You come home tired. The sofa calls you. The app calls you. You pause for 10 seconds. You score the options. Lie down. Difficulty 1. Clean the kitchen for 10 minutes before you sit. Difficulty 3. You choose 3. You turn on Do Not Disturb. You clean quickly. You stand up straight. When the kitchen is done, you sit down. A small wave of self-respect arrives. Small, but real. The morning works the same way. You are torn between answering messages and going deep on the main task. Messages difficulty 2, main task difficulty 4. Choose 4 for 30 minutes. Open the inbox after 10 in the morning. Not because you are cold, because you are protecting the power hour. Weekends are a test. Without structure, you drift. Set one very light rule. Each weekend morning, do one hard thing for 15 minutes, then do what you want. The rule keeps you from sliding far. The game on the weekend is still fun, but you voted for growth first. You work a 9 to 5. Place a hard block before you walk out the door. 10 minutes of reading the material, 5 minutes revising a paragraph. 1 important email. You work from home. The rails already exist airplane mode until 10 in the morning, and 1 hard thing before 9 in the morning. You travel often. Take 3 flights of stairs whenever you can. These choices build muscle in both the literal and the figurative sense. When money pressure rises, comfort becomes even more tempting. Flip it. Choose growth with your cash flow. Before you place a food order, set aside a small amount for your student loan. Before you watch videos, check your credit score once a month. Before you buy another trinket, set a goal of 2 no-spend days in a week. You will feel calmer because you controlled what matters first. A close, clear example. Michael Phelps kept multiple training sessions per day for years. Heavy work often came in the morning. Technique and recovery followed later. Choose the hard part first, repeat long enough, and results arrive. The idea is simple. Put the hard task at the top of the schedule, then persist. There is no shortcut. You may ask, what if I am burned out? When the body is warning you, the harder thing in that moment may be going to bed on time, or turning off screens 1 hour earlier, or walking for 20 minutes to lower the rhythm. Growth is not forcing yourself until you break. Growth is choosing what lifts the quality of tomorrow, even if it is less comfortable now. A major obstacle is inner bargaining. I will do it later. I will do a little. I will watch 1 more clip. To beat bargaining, you need a tiny deadline. For example, stand up in 5 seconds. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Choose the harder thing. Start for 2 minutes. 2 minutes are enough to cut the bargaining. Design the environment so the harder choice becomes easy to start. Keep your training shoes by the door. Keep the book on the nightstand. Keep a glass of water by the desk. Move snacks out of sight. Keep the phone in another room while you work. When the environment changes, the decision changes. You win at the level of context. Afraid of failing when you choose the harder option, set a clear stopping point. For writing 1 300-word paragraph ends the session. For studying 15 questions end the session. For calls, 3 calls end the session. When you reach the stop point, you end. Reward yourself with something that does not break your rhythm. For example, 10 minutes of instrumental music, not mindless scrolling. Why does choose the harder thing build confidence? Because you give yourself evidence at the hard moment. You prove that feelings do not control you. You control feelings with action. Self-respect rises in that moment. Confidence follows. Quietly. No need to boast. Your steps feel steadier. Apply it to relationships as well. A hard message to answer becomes a same-day reply. A meeting where you must speak up becomes 3 bullet points prepared, and you speak in the first half. Personal boundaries become 1 clear sentence repeated if needed. Each time you choose the harder option, you teach others how to treat you. You teach yourself how to respect your time. The afternoon is when you most want comfort. The body is tired. The mind is noisy. Set a small ignition point. Walk for 10 minutes after lunch. Drink water. Return to the desk. Open the right file. Work for 25 minutes, rest for 5 minutes. This short block stops the afternoon slide. When you must wait in public, comfort will call. Switch the form of comfort. Instead of mindless scrolling, open notes and write 3 ideas for your project. Instead of endless short videos, read 5 pages. You do not need to be strict with all free time. You only need to change the form so it does not steal your focus. Afraid of missing out on fun? The truth is, you are not missing it. You are moving it. Fun after one main task is done. Dinner tastes better when you have moved your body. Movies feel better when you are not guilty. Weekends feel calmer when you have 2 no-spend days marked. Fun is not the enemy. Rightly placed fun is the reward. If family or friends invite you out late, say 1 sentence up front. After 9 in the evening, I do not turn on screens. Or I am heading home early tonight because I am getting up early to work tomorrow. 1 sentence, clear, not an apology. You are choosing growth. You do not need a long explanation. A rhythm keeper, a doorway cue. Stick a small note by the exit that says choose 4 out of 5. Each time you leave the room, you read it. Take the stairs if it is under 3 floors. Stand tall. Take 3 deep breaths. That is growth too. It accumulates throughout the day. You can tie growth to real money to raise accountability. Each time you choose the hard thing, first drop a small bill into a jar. On the weekend, use that money to buy tools for your habit, a notebook, a pen, a light resistance band. You can hold the results in your hand. It is no longer a fuzzy idea. If you pick comfort by mistake, do not punish yourself. Return within 5 minutes. Turn on, do not disturb again. Open the right file. Begin for 2 minutes. You have won. A small win, but on time. Do not let the loop stretch. A reminder from someone whose record is public. Jocko Willink is known for personal discipline. He prepares the night before and stands up at the set time even when he does not want to. The message is very clear: step early, so the whole day stays on the front foot. You do not need to copy him exactly. You only need to be 1 step earlier than you were yesterday. Once the habit of choosing the harder option forms, you will notice this. You say tomorrow less. You blame busy less. You complain tired less. You talk less. You do more. You deliver on time more often. You keep promises to yourself better. That is quiet confidence. Not loud, very durable. Now choose 1 moment today to practice. When your hand reaches for an entertainment app, pause for 10 seconds. Score it from 1 to 5. Choose a 4. Write 10 lines. Or clean the kitchen for 10 minutes. Or walk for 20 minutes. When you finish, place 1 dot on the calendar. Repeat tomorrow. 7 dots will change how you see yourself. Comfort is cheap to feel. Its price is not. Stay with me. Next, you will detox from cheap dopamine to reclaim deep focus, starting with the first screen touches of your day. Chapter 5. Your dopamine detox, stop instant pleasure, reclaim focus. You open your eyes and touch the screen first thing. 1 notification, then 3 notifications. Then 10 minutes are gone. Your focus is in dead at the start of the day. At night, you reward yourself with sweets and short videos. Then you cannot sleep. Morning feels heavy. The loop is closed. It is not that you are weak, your brain is simply used to fast rewards. With every tap, a small burst of stimulation fires. The pleasant feeling is instant. The cost is scattered attention. The more you take tiny hits, the harder it is to sit with long work. The more you eat sugar late, the shallower your sleep becomes. The less you sleep, the more you hunt for cheap stimulation. A subtle slide. Quiet, but persistent. To get out, you cannot just try to focus. You need to lower the input, delay gratification, and let the brain recover. Like a muscle that grows during rest, the ability to delay gratification is a muscle too. It has grown weak from too many fast rewards. Your job is to train it back from small to big, one window of the day at a time. If it does not deliver value after 24 hours, drop it. Remove or hide 3 addictive apps from the home screen and move them into a folder on the last page. Work for 25 minutes and rest for 5 minutes with notifications off. Turn on Do Not Disturb and keep your phone in airplane mode until 10 in the morning. No sweets after 8 in the evening, so your sleep is deeper and your morning is clearer. Begin with the 24-hour test. Each time your hand reaches for content, ask this quietly. Will this still have value 24 hours from now? If the answer is not sure or no, skip it. If the answer is yes, write it down instead of opening it now. You are trading fast rewards for slow value. A small silence now gives you longer focus later. Next comes the morning quiet. The first 2 hours of the day shape the whole day. Keep airplane mode until 10 in the morning if your situation allows. Do not open the inbox. Do not scroll mindlessly. Do only one main task. After 2 quiet hours, the brain grows less noisy. Deep focus comes easier. The hard part gets finished earlier. In the middle of the day, you need a short noise cleanse. Set a 20-minute walk after lunch. Leave your phone in the kitchen and do not take it along. Look into the distance. Breathe deeply. Return to the desk and open the right file. Work for 25 minutes with notifications off. Even one cycle like this can pull you out of the sluggish pit. Evening is the breaking point for many. You are tired, your head is loud, screens open easily. The solution is to lower stimulation 1 hour before sleep. Warm light, a cool room, no sweets after 8 in the evening, no short videos. If needed, read paper for 10 minutes. You are clearing the runway for deep sleep. Deep sleep is the foundation of tomorrow's focus. You may ask, do I have to delete all the fun apps? No need to be extreme. Just move them and move their timing. Put them on the last page. Reserve them for a defined entertainment window. For example, 30 minutes after dinner and only in that window. Outside the window, do not touch. This is not a ban. This is a boundary. Measuring progress is simple. Track your screen time for 7 days. Target reduce by 30 to 50% in 3 weeks. Track how many 25-minute work cycles you complete daily. Target 3 to 4 cycles on weekdays. Track how many nights you avoid sweets after 8 in the evening. Target 5 nights per week. You are not relying on feelings, you are relying on numbers. If you work from home, your space is full of traps. Detox by layout. Keep the charger in another room. Keep a notebook and pen within easy reach. Tape a small note on your monitor. What is the main task today? Each time you are about to open a new tab, read that question first. Your brain will hesitate for a beat. That beat is enough to choose correctly. You can design gates for content intake. For email, first open after 10 in the morning. For messages, check 3 times a day at set hours. For news, 15 minutes in late afternoon, not more. Outside the window, do not touch. It is not that you do not care. It is that you will not let noise steal your life. Evening sweets feel harmless. They raise your heart rate, disrupt sleep, and trigger more craving for stimulation. Cut them after 8 in the evening, and you will notice this sleep is calmer. Mornings feel lighter. Your hand reaches for the screen less often. Cutting sugar cuts the source of many other temptations. A reminder from a real person. Cal Newport, a computer science professor, has lived for years without social media to protect his attention. He treats it as a life design choice, not a willpower stunt. The message is clear: reduce input to raise output quality. When you start to detox from cheap dopamine, you will feel a void. The void is normal. Your brain is lowering the noise. Do not rush to fill it with other content. Use your hands, tidy the desk for 5 minutes, fold clothes, wash a cup. Handwork carries you across the discomfort bridge and sets you back into doing. A big trap is, I will just take a quick look. Break it with a tiny deadline. For example, set a 2-minute countdown. When 2 minutes pass, close it with no negotiation. Stand up, drink water, return to the desk. Open the right file. Work for 25 minutes. This small jump ends the inner bargaining. If your job requires being online, build a 2-layer shield against noise. Layer 1, system level, do not disturb. Layer 2, an allow list of 2 to 3 applications permitted during the work session. Everything outside that list stays closed. At the end of the session, you can return to normal. During the session, you protect focused energy the way you protect money. If you work a 9 to 5 and have a long commute, use the waiting time to detox. On the train, do not scroll mindlessly. Instead, close your eyes and breathe for 3 minutes, or read 5 pages of a thin paperback. You are training the ability to sit still. That ability is the base of focus. This may sound strict. You do not need perfection. You need enough good days in a row. In the first 7 days, keep the morning quiet, cut evening sugar, complete 3 25-minute cycles. Then raise the count. In 1 month, the brain will demand less stimulation. You will sit longer without feeling restless. When a craving hits, switch the sensory channel instead of forcing it down. Step onto the balcony. Breathe in the cool air. Drink cold water. Take 3 flights of stairs. Come back. The craving has dropped. Start the task right away. Do not lose the whole evening. You can pair healthy rewards with effort. 1 day of a quiet morning leads to 10 minutes of instrumental music. 1 week of cutting screen time in half earns you a new book. Rewards attached to effort, not to new stimulation. Do not forget to measure sleep with simple signals. Do you wake up feeling clear? Do you need sweets to wake up in the morning? Do you crash in the afternoon? If you are still tired, check screen cutoff time, sweets, and room temperature. Sleep is the charger. A weak charger doubles tomorrow's drain. Apply the same idea to money. Shopping urges are financial dopamine. Set 2 no-spend days each week. If your hand wants to buy something small, ask, will I still want it after 24 hours? Add a 10-minute walk before deciding. Many items will fall off the list on their own. Your wallet calms down, your mind calms down. On stressful days, you will slip. That is fine. Return within 5 minutes. Put the phone back on airplane mode. Turn on Do Not Disturb. Set a 2-minute countdown. Open the right file. Work for 25 minutes. You have just broken the stimulation spiral. One strong tip: clear your desk for 10 minutes each night. A clean desk lowers the urge for morning microtaps. A full glass of water. A notebook open. The main task sheet placed in the center. You step into the new day the way you enter a gym with equipment already set. You are thinking, I do not want to become rigid. You do not have to. You are simply choosing the timing of fun. Fun inside the window. Work outside the window. Your brain learns when to play and when to work. That is real freedom, not dependency on stimulation. If you live with family, agree on a quiet hour in the evening. Warm lights, no large screens. Each person has a corner. Little kids look at picture books. Adults read. Even 15 minutes is valuable. Everyone sleeps better. Once you have lowered fast rewards, you will notice this ideas arrive clearer. Feelings are steadier, work clicks into gear faster. You are no longer chasing the chime. You control the chime. Self-respect thickens day by day. If you need a starting line for today, delete or hide 3 apps from the home screen, set airplane mode until 10 in the morning tomorrow. Cut sweets after 8 in the evening tonight. 3 moves. Clear. When you finish, place 1 dot on the calendar. Repeat tomorrow. The row of dots will change you faster than promises. Your brain is quieting down. Do not feed it junk again. Stay. Next, you will act first and let inspiration follow, a 2-minute way to break the procrastination ice. Chapter 6. Do the hard thing. Now break the procrastination ice. You wait for inspiration. Inspiration does not arrive. Then you blame yourself. The next day repeats. It is not that you do not want change. You are just starting in the wrong direction. You wait for feelings to lead. When action is what summons the right feelings. The mechanism is straightforward. The body moves first, the brain follows. When you stand up and touch the work, the brain receives the signal that you are doing. Your mood matters less than the first move. The problem is you have set the starting friction too high, a bright screen, ringing notifications, a chair that is too soft, a task that is too big. High friction leads to delay. The fix is to lower the friction, so starting is easy, then use a small switch that beats laziness in a few seconds. Do not wait for a spark. Flip the switch. Do not rely on vague resolve. Give yourself one clear command and execute it now. Start first, let inspiration follow. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up and do 2 minutes of the thing you have been avoiding. Break the work into 10-minute blocks, and 1 finished block is 1 point. Set a 30-minute co-work session with a colleague or a friend. Open the computer, say a quick hello. Work in silence, share results at the end. You may think, what can 2 minutes do? It gives you momentum. It gives you proof that you do not need inspiration to act. 2 minutes break the ice. The next 10 minutes are far easier. Once momentum appears, the brain suggests, do a bit more. You nod, you keep going. But hold on. What if the task is too big? Shrink the starting point until it is impossible to dodge. Write 1 opening sentence. Open the right spreadsheet and enter 3 lines of data. Sketch 3 bullet points for the tough call. Once your hands are moving, fear steps back. Fear is strongest at the door, not inside the room. Design a low-friction runway before bed. Leave the hard tasks file open on the screen. Place a glass of water by the desk. Set the chair upright. Put the phone in another room. In the morning, you do not need to search. You just sit down and touch the work. You work a 9 to 5. The commute drains you, so drop a 10-minute anchor the moment you arrive. No long chit-chat. Do not open the inbox yet. Go to your spot. Stand tall. Count down. Do 10 minutes of the hardest thing. You just told your brain, I lead this day. You work from home. The big traps are the bed, the kitchen, and the screen. Create a boundary. Dress neatly. Open the blinds. Turn on Do Not Disturb. Keep airplane mode until 10 in the morning. Count down. Touch the work for 2 minutes. Rails appear. Deep focus comes faster. Why does counting down work? Because when you count out loud, the brain pauses the bargaining. When the count ends, the state changes. A well-known speaker popularized this approach years ago. Her message is very clear: beat laziness with a decision window of a few seconds. You do not need the name. You only need to count and move. Picture a tired afternoon. You just finished a meeting. Your head is heavy. Your hand is reaching for an entertainment app. Stop for 3 breaths, count down, stand up and get water, return to the desk. Write 5 sentences of the report. 2 minutes pass. Momentum has arrived. Add 10 more minutes. With a timed block, you earn a clear point. When money is involved, procrastination costs even more. Each week you say tomorrow to your student loan. Each month you say later to your credit score. The result is fees, interest, and worry. The solution is still a small action first. Count down. Open the payment page. Set a reminder to pay on time. Log 1 small saving on Monday morning. 5 minutes. A big surge in the feeling of control. Afraid of doing ugly work? Accept ugly in the first minute. The first minute is a runway, not a gallery wall. Take off first. Adjust course later. You do not need perfection. You need to be doing. If starting is still hard at a stopping point, a stop point is a small, clear target for the first session. For example, 300 words, 5 lines of code, 3 calls, 2 exercises. When the stop point is done, you may stop. Rest for 5 minutes. Drink water. If you still have battery, set a second stop point. You create a visible chain of progress. A short reminder from someone widely known. David Goggins often talks about acting before feelings during long runs and heavy training. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for comfort. Do what needs doing, and the feelings follow. The idea here is very close. Put your foot on the road first. Simulate a noisy day. Morning, a 10-minute anchor on the hard task. Late morning, a second 10-minute block for extension. Midday, a 20-minute walk with no phone. Early afternoon, a 30-minute silent co-work block with a colleague. Each person has one objective. Late afternoon, a 10-minute clear the field block for tomorrow. 5 small blocks. A very large total force. You move through the day without being swept away. The inbox pulls you off course. Lock it mechanically, first open after 10 in the morning. Set a 15-minute timer. Close it when the timer ends. Before that, count down and touch the main task. You are not being irresponsible. You are protecting your profit hour. You have young children. Use the 2-minute family version. While the child is playing, you count down and do 2 minutes on one clear item. Send a scheduling confirmation email. Fold, close, write 5 sentences. 2 minutes are not enough to finish. They are enough to break the procrastination lock. Later, when there is a bigger window, you return much faster. Speak plainly about reluctance. Reluctance does not vanish. It shrinks when you move through it. Each time you count down and begin, reluctance loses power. After 10 reps, you find yourself arriving on time for the work more often. Not because you suddenly love hard tasks, because you have a habit of entering the work. Another trap is waiting for perfect conditions. The chair just right, the light just right, the mind perfectly calm. That does not exist. The context only needs to be good enough. What must be right is your sequence: count down, touch the work, 10 minutes. Perfection is the result of repeated action, not the condition for starting. You travel a lot and wait in lines and stations. Attach actions to cues. When the train doors open, write 5 sentences. When you sit down, review 3 bullet points. When you join the line, take 3 deep breaths. You turn wait time to sparks for small actions. Do not forget the 1-minute ritual you learned. Combine it with a countdown, and you have enough force to beat many inner negotiations. Stand, breathe, say the rule sentence, write one action, turn on, do not disturb, count down, work for 2 minutes. The door is open. The guilt of procrastination fades quickly when you have daily proof of action. One stop point completed. One 10-minute block done. One call made. You look at the calendar and see the dots. Self-respect returns. You believe you can come back every time you slip. If you have slipped far, do not wait for Monday. Do not wait for a prettier day. 5 minutes from now is the time to return. Put the phone in airplane mode. Turn on, do not disturb. Count down. Touch the smallest slice of the task. 2 minutes, then 10 minutes. You just cut the slide. Use healthy rewards to keep rhythm. Each finished 10-minute block earns 1 mark on the calendar. 5 marks in a day means you give yourself 1 long reading evening. 7 days in a row with marks earns a new notebook. Rewards support the path, they do not break the rhythm. You ask, I am too busy, where is the time? The edges of the day are gold. 10 minutes before you leave the house, 10 minutes the moment you reach the desk, 10 minutes after a meeting. These 3 anchors can keep you from sliding all day. If you can pick only one, pick the morning anchor. Now choose one task you have been avoiding. Write its name. Stand tall. Take 3 breaths. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch it for 2 minutes. When you finish, place 1 dot. You have just created momentum. Do not drop it. You have just created momentum. Do not drop it. Next, we will gather evidence to rebuild trust in yourself, the foundation beneath every change. Chapter 7. Gather evidence, rebuild, self-trust, keep promises, identity shift. You no longer trust yourself because you promised and then forgot. You set an early alarm and then hit snooze. You wrote a plan and then left it unfinished. Do that many times and you stamp this sentence into your mind, I am the person who breaks promises. That is where it hurts. Quiet but heavy. It is not that you are lacking, you are missing repeated evidence. Self-trust is not born from words, it is born from the times you do exactly what you said you would do. One small promise, kept tightly each day. Repeat, multiply. From there, identity changes color. The mechanism is clear. The brain records behavior, not wishes. You drink about 17 fluid ounces of water, which is about 500 milliliters after you wake up. You place 1 dot in today's box. Your brain writes a line, I am the person who starts the day the right way. Repeat tomorrow. After 21 days, the line grows bolder. After 90 days, it becomes a new portrait. The opposite loop is slip weight and self-blame, which destroys trust. Today you miss the morning water. You say, I will start on Monday. 5 days pass. You feel weaker. Not because of the water, because you broke a promise in silence. The fix is to return immediately, within 60 minutes. Do not wait for a new day. Do not wait for a better mood. Returning is keeping your word. Keep your word to yourself once every day. Choose one small promise each day. For example, drink about 17 fluid ounces of water or about 500 milliliters after you wake up. Mark it in your log the moment you finish. If you forget, do it within 60 minutes instead of waiting until tomorrow. Do not choose vague promises. Choose visible actions. Drink water. Walk for 10 minutes after lunch. Turn on Do Not Disturb before work begins. Open the correct file at 9 in the morning. Pay the minimum on your student loan on a fixed schedule. Check your credit score on the appointed date. All of these are measurable, either done or not done. Create a simple evidence log. 3 columns, promise evidence, 1 line note. Promise morning water, evidence 635. Note easier after 3 days. The goal is not pretty writing. The goal is a stamp each day. When you see the row of dots, you see your relationship with yourself healing. You work 9 to 5. You need small promises even more. Before you leave the house, drink water. When you reach your desk, open the correct file for 10 minutes. After lunch, walk for 20 minutes. Before you leave, write 3 lines to summarize the day. 4 compact promises. Each takes a few minutes. Together, they build a frame of self-respect that holds all day. You work from home or in a hybrid setup. Set 2 non-negotiable anchors. One at the start of the day, airplane mode until 10 in the morning, and the hard task before 9 in the morning. One at the end of the day, clear the desk for 10 minutes, prepare tomorrow's 3-task sheet. Between the anchors, you can be flexible, but the anchors must hold. Those are strategic promises. Do not try to keep 10 promises at once. Keep one firmly. When it is solid, add a second promise. You do not need speed, you need solidity. Self-trust is like building a brick wall. Without mortar, the wall falls. Consistency is the mortar. If you often forget, set clear cues. A small note on the mirror that says drink water. A lock screen label that says what is the main task. A soft chime at 9 in the evening that says screens off. Prepare for sleep. Few signals, but clear. You see it and you remember. You remember and you do it. A close and real example. Serena Williams did not sustain greatness through bursts of inspiration. She sustained it through daily evidence, steady drills, small movements, pre-match preparation. When she stood at match point, she trusted her hand because she had watched it succeed thousands of times. The lesson for you is very clear. If you want confidence, build a personal archive of evidence. You may say, I lose streaks easily. Use a rescue rule. Forgot the morning water today. Drink it before 12 noon. Forgot the walk. Walk for 10 minutes right after dinner. Forgot to log it. Fill the entry within 60 minutes. You do not leave boxes empty. You patch the hole the same day. The streak continues. Tie evidence to money to add weight. One day on time with your main work leads to moving a small amount into your emergency fund. 1 week with 2 no-spend days earns a star on the calendar. This month's student loan paid on time earns an OK in the log. These small marks calm you because money is truth. Keeping your word with money means keeping your word with your future. You hesitate to mark because you fear ugly pages. Forget perfection. Place a dot. Each dot is one promise kept. 10 dots in a line, and you see a path. 20 dots, and you start to see a new identity. A common trap is big promises that you then abandon. Replace them with small promises kept steadily. Not read for 1 hour every night. Read 10 pages. Not work out for an hour every day. Walk for 20 minutes. Not finish the project this week. Write 300 words each morning, small but solid. Worried others will break your rhythm. Say one boundary sentence. From 9 to 10 in the morning, I am in a quiet block for my main work. Those who understand will respect it. Those who do not, you repeat it. That is keeping your word too. Keeping your word to your time window. You travel far. Turn the weight into evidence. Each time you sit down in the car or on the train, open your notebook and write 3 ideas for the work you are pursuing. When you arrive, you already have Tinder. You hit the desk and move. Evidence does not live only on the calendar. It lives on those pages. Use healthy rewards to reinforce. 7 days of keeping the morning water promise earns a new book. 1 month of holding both morning and evening anchors earns a long walk in the park. Rewards do not break rhythm. Rewards make you want to repeat. When you keep your word posture changes first. Your shoulders open, your eyes look straight, your voice sounds steadier, not loud, but others can feel it. That is quiet confidence. It appears when your actions and your words match. If you slip for 3 days in a row, do not scold yourself. Return with a minimum day morning water, the 10-minute hard task anchor, the 10-minute desk clear, 3 small pieces. When they are done, stamp I am back. A minimum day saves the streak. You are not empty-handed. A strong tip is a small public promise. Comment under a video 7 in the morning water, 14 days. You do not need to explain. You only need to post the commitment. Publicness adds gentle pressure, just enough to help you keep your word. You ask, how many promises should I keep? The answer is 1 core promise and 2 supporting promises. The core connects to health or your main work. The supporting ones connect to finances and order. For example, core the hard task before 9 in the morning, support morning water, support evening desk clear. 3 anchors, enough to hold you steady. At this point, you have the tools: a clear promise, a daily dot, the 60-minute rescue rule, a morning anchor and an evening anchor. 1 piece for money, 1 piece for health, 1 piece for main work. You do not need more. To lock it in one more time, you do not need anyone to hand you trust. You build it yourself, with repeated evidence. Every day has at least 1 promise kept. Every day has 1 dot. Each small promise kept is another brick in the wall. Stay with me. Next comes relationship detox, setting boundaries to protect your energy and your focus. Chapter 8, Relationship Detox, Protect Your Energy. Cut distraction boundaries environment. You do not go downhill alone. You go downhill with a whole circle of familiar faces, late-night invitations, endless conversations that go nowhere. Let us do it tomorrow, cheered on with jokes. You hear it long enough, you adapt, and you slow down. It is not weak will. Environment is stronger than willpower. You absorb the language, the habits, and the norms of the group closest to you. Negative talk makes you pessimistic. Group doom scrolling makes it hard to sit still. Late-night food orders make your sleep worse. Poor sleep makes mornings heavy. The next day drifts. The loop does not come from nowhere. It comes from the people you allow around you. Boundaries are not hatred. Boundaries are self-respect. You state your quiet hours. You state your priorities. You do not ask for permission to live with discipline. You announce your standard. No one suddenly respects your time. They respect it when you respect it first. You need empty space. Empty space feels lonely, but empty space is the doorway for the right people to enter. When you clear the noise, you can hear yourself, and you can see those who are on your wavelength. This is not an accident. It is the result of a new environment. If someone makes you smaller, see them less. Mute gossip chat groups for 30 days. Set 2 quiet hour windows each day, for example, 6 to 8 in the morning and 8 to 10 in the evening. Find 1 commitment partner. Send each other a daily goal and a photo of the result at the end of a work block. When you start a relationship detox, audit your circle. Write 3 columns, raise the bar, neutral, pull down. Raise the bar means you want to be better after you meet them. Neutral means little influence. Pull down means they make you excuse run late and drop habits. Write real names, no judgment, only observation. Next, decide contact frequency. Raise the bar, meet more. Neutral, keep the same. Pull down, reduce by 50 to 80% for 90 days. No drama, just show up less. Reply less instantly. Decline invites with no purpose. You are reclaiming energy. You work in an office. The internal chat can steal the entire morning. Build a gate, open that channel first after 10 in the morning and once more at 3 in the afternoon. Outside those windows, turn on Do Not Disturb. Set your status to focusing. 2 checkpoints are enough to avoid missing updates and enough to keep your work thread alive. You work from home or in a hybrid setup. Boundaries with family matter even more. Say one clear sentence. From 9 to 10 in the morning, I need quiet for my main work. Repeat that line for 1 week. Family will learn. If someone still does not close the door during that window, a closed door is not rude. A closed door protects the field you're planting. Afraid of upsetting people? Use a soft boundary line. Thank you for the invite. Tonight I am prioritizing an early night. I will reach out this weekend. Or, that window is my quiet block. I will get back to you after 11. You are polite. You are clear. You do not apologize for your priorities. A close, clear example. Oprah Winfrey has often emphasized this: you teach people how to treat you by what you allow. When you set boundaries, you do not become distant. You become clear. And those who respect you will respect your boundary. Detox is not only fewer people. Detox is also a different space. A tidy desk, warm light, an upright chair, a full glass of water. The phone in another room. A small sign in front of you that says deep focus in progress. Let the environment speak for you. Let the environment carry you when you are tired. Do not forget evening quiet hours. After dinner from 8 to 10 in the evening, turn off large screens, soft lights, read. Stage tomorrow's morning. If there is a weekend game, watch the main part and stop at the set time. Fun still exists, but in the right place. Relationships and money are tightly linked. Spur-of-the-moment shopping, late-night food orders, and a packed social calendar. All of it drains your wallet and your battery. Are you building an emergency fund? Are you worried about your student loan? Say one sentence up front. This month I am prioritizing on-time payments. I will join one outing only. Those who hear and accept that line are your people. Those who bristle, see them less. You may feel lonely for a few weeks. That is the price of a new order. But this order brings you back to center. You finish the main work earlier. You go to bed on time. You speak less. You explain less. And your quiet confidence grows. If you want numbers, measure them. Measure quiet hours per day. Measure screen time after 8 in the evening. Measure how many unnecessary invites you decline in a week. After 30 days, you will see this higher energy, a calmer mind, faster progress. Not luck, the result of environment. Detox is also adding the right people, not only cutting the wrong ones. Find one commitment partner. Each morning, send one line. My hard task today is, at day's end, send a photo of the outcome. This is not surveillance. This is a mirror for behavior. When you know someone is waiting, you keep your word better. Weekends are when boundaries often break. Use a weekend version, one hard task for 15 minutes each morning. Free afternoons, screens off at 10 in the evening. You still have fun. You do not break the streak. If a dragging relationship is hard to cut right now, reduce its role. Shift from in-person to short messages. Shift from evenings to midday. Shift from long hangs to a 15-minute update. You fade the influence without a sudden break. You keep the center of gravity in your hands. Anchor your detox with the 1-minute ritual. Right before quiet hours, hit the switch stand. Breathe 3 times, say the rule sentence. Write one action, turn on, do not disturb. After 1 minute, the work rhythm appears. Incoming messages lose their pull. You know you are guarding the gate for what matters. A subtle trap is the complaint circle, a place where everyone vents every day. You unload to feel lighter, and then you feel heavier again. The fix is time limit and structure shift. If you must share, take 5 minutes, then switch to one action. Make the necessary call, write 3 lines of the report, clear the desk for 5 minutes. Do not stand in the puddle. Step onto the shore. Afraid of being labeled difficult? Remember this. You do not build a life by trading your future for pleasing others. You build it by the standards you accept. Those who fit will stay. Those who do not will drift away. That is natural filtering. Now act today. Mute 3 chatter groups. Set 2 quiet hour windows. Message 1 trusted friend to be your commitment partner for 30 days. 3 moves, clear. You will feel the difference within 1 week. More focus, less explaining. You spend your time on what has value. Energy returns to the right places. Progress moves in a straight line. Not everyone gets a seat at your table. Remember that. Chapter 9. Measure and adjust. Turn progress into numbers, scorecard feedback loop. You say I'm getting better, but when asked better where you go quiet, no numbers, only feelings. Feelings fool you, especially after a long day. You need a cold view. You need simple, repeatable numbers that tell the truth about you. This is not for nitpicking. It is for early correction. What gets measured gets improved. How many hours you sleep, how many minutes of deep focus you have, how many minutes of screen time you use, how many steps you take, whether you keep 2 no-spend days each week. These numbers do not judge your worth. They only give you a map of your habits. The feedback loop looks like this day: small metrics, 1-line note, adjust tomorrow. Week, a 15-minute review, change 1 lever. Month, add it up, see the trend. You do not need a complex dashboard. You only need enough clarity to act. Focus on input metrics, sleep, water steps, minutes of focus, minutes of screen time. Output will follow: projects finished on time, a leaner body, a calmer wallet. No numbers, no story. Record today: minutes of deep focus, step count, and total screen time. Each evening, rate your energy from 1 to 5 and write 1 line about why. On Sunday afternoon, review for 15 minutes and adjust 1 thing for next week. Start with a baseline. For 3 days, change nothing, only measure. You will see the true sleep under 7 hours, morning screen time. 2 high deep focus minutes collapsing after lunch. Do not blame yourself. Just observe. The baseline gives you a starting line. Next, choose 3 to 5 input metrics. Suggestions: sleep at least 7 hours daily, minutes of deep focus screen time. Before 10 in the morning, step count, workout sessions per week. 2 no-spend days. All of these can be measured now. No waiting for the end of a quarter. No long reports. Build a 1-page log. 7 columns for 7 days. 5 rows for 5 metrics. Fill in the numbers each evening. Add a box for energy 1 to 5. Add a box for 1-line note. For example, late dinner, groggy morning, airplane mode until 10 in the morning, strong morning. 1 page is enough to see the week. You work 9 to 5. Tie numbers to your rails. Deep focus minutes before 9 in the morning. Inbox first opened after 10 in the morning. A 20-minute walk after lunch. End of day, write 3 lines to summarize. 4 measurements enough to keep the track. You work from home. Set 2 do not disturb windows, 6 to 8 in the morning, 2 to 4 in the afternoon. Inside the windows, track deep focus minutes and 25-minute work cycles. Outside the windows, handle flexible tasks. Clear rhythm, clear numbers. Do not turn measurement into punishment. Numbers are for decisions, not for scolding. If screen time spikes one day, ask why. Maybe sleep was poor. Maybe lunch was too heavy. Tomorrow, eat lighter, walk 20 minutes, and keep airplane mode until 10 in the morning. See if deep focus minutes bounce back. You are driving with data, not with hunches. Apply this to money. Track your student loan due date. Track the ratio of necessary to unnecessary spending each week. Track your credit score each month. When the numbers are in front of you, the vague worry drops. You know where to adjust fewer weeknight food orders. Through apps, keep 2 no-spend days, lock in the minimum payment on time. A reminder from someone whose work is public. Peter Drucker often emphasized this idea: what gets measured can be managed. Without measurement, you are telling a story. With measurement, you rewrite the story through small, repeated actions with evidence. Pair numbers with feelings to understand yourself better. Energy 1 to 5 each night. Write 1 main cause. After 2 weeks, you will see patterns: sleep under 7 hours. Energy 2, a walk after lunch. Energy 4, screens off at 8 in the evening. Clear morning. From that, you set your own rules. Rules based on your data, not generic advice. If this feels messy, keep 3 levers: sleep, focus, minutes, morning screen time. These 3 pull the rest. Good sleep, fewer cheap hits. More focused minutes. Earlier finishes and lower stress. Quiet mornings, straighter days. Remember, input first, output later. You cannot command promotion in 3 months. You can lock 5 deep focus blocks per day, 2 skills upgraded in 90 days and on-time reports. Results are consequences, not commands. If 1 week goes off track, do not restart from 0. Keep the 15-minute Sunday review. Choose 1 adjustment for the next week. For example, go to bed 30 minutes earlier, or 0 morning screen time until 10 in the morning, or add 1 20-minute walk after lunch. 1 adjustment, measure, write, repeat. You will see the curve return. Create visible cues so you remember to log a marker by the wall calendar. A note that says fill numbers before shutdown, a gentle chime at 9 in the evening to close the day. 3 minutes each night. You lock the day with truth. If you want a commitment partner, pick 1 person. Send a photo of your 1-page numbers each evening. No heavy commentary. Just look and congratulate. A second pair of eyes makes you keep your discipline better. You are in the United States, busy in transit with a schedule full of meetings. Numbers do not require many minutes. You can log them in 2 minutes before you leave the desk. Even on the train, you can open the notebook and write 3 lines. Busy is not the reason. The real reason is lack of a system. A quick way to see the path: draw a 7-day trend line for deep focus minutes and for morning screen time. When the lines move in opposite directions, that is positive focus minutes up, morning screen time down. With only those 2 lines, you know whether the week is heading in the right direction. When the numbers start to look good, do not loosen up. Good numbers are a signal to keep rhythm, not to over-celebrate. You still sleep enough. You still cut screens at 8 in the evening. You still anchor before 9 in the morning. That is why the numbers stay steady. Finally, turn numbers into identity. You are not just someone who is trying. You are someone who measures and adjusts. You are someone who keeps a data promise to yourself. When colleagues ask why you are moving faster, the answer is simple: because I measure. No numbers, no story. You now have a compass. Stay with me. Right now, we will use a 7, 30, and 90-day scorecard to lock momentum into 3 clear checkpoints. Scorecard: 7, 30, 90 days. Behavioral key performance indicators. You say I am on the right track. Good, but how right is it? You cannot rely on end-of-day feelings. You need numbers, only a few, but they must tell the truth. This is not for nitpicking, it is for decisions. What gets measured gets improved. Measure input: sleep, steps, minutes of deep focus, screen time, workouts, and no-spend days. Outputs will follow: on-time work, a leaner body, a calmer wallet. Run 1 feedback cycle each week. Adjust 1 lever. Keep going. No numbers, no story. 7 days. Sleep at least 7 hours each night. Hit 5 out of 7 days. Deep focus: 90 minutes each day. Hit 5 out of 7 days. Screen time no more than 2 hours each day. Steps at least 6,000 steps each day. Workouts 3 sessions each week. No spend days 2 days each week. 30 days. Deep focus an average of 120 to 150 minutes each day. Screen time no more than 1 hour and 45 minutes each day. Workouts 12 to 16 sessions in the month. Meal prep 8 to 12 home-cooked meals in the month. Reducing app-based takeout orders. Small promises kept at least 25 out of 30 days. 90 days. Reduce negative mindless scrolling by 30 to 50%. Add 2 useful skills, for example, advanced spreadsheets or writing a resume or a project brief. Consumer debt reduced according to your target. Emergency fund at least $1,000. Sleep quality stabilized. Morning energy self-rating of 4 out of 5 or higher. How to use this is simple. Each evening, fill in the numbers in 3 minutes. Write 1 line about why a number drifted. On Sunday afternoon, review for 15 minutes. Choose 1 adjustment for the coming week. Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Keep airplane mode until 10 in the morning at a 20-minute walk after lunch or hold 2 no-spend days. 1 move. Enough. If meetings crowd your calendar, track 2 profit checkpoints, minutes of deep focus before 9 in the morning, and total morning screen time before 10 in the morning. As long as these 2 lines move in opposite directions, focus up, screens down, you are on the right path. Money is measurable too. On-time student loan. Due dates, a credit score updated monthly, and a higher ratio of necessary over discretionary spending. After 7 days with numbers, you will see the path. After 30 days, the habit chain thickens. After 90 days, a new identity becomes clear. Not luck. Measurement discipline. The scorecard is ready. No more feelings, only measurable progress. Final stage 100% ownership. From now on, every choice carries your signature. Chapter 10. Ownership 100%. Every choice counts. Radical responsibility. You blame the meeting schedule. You blame the boss. You blame the long commute, the high prices, the poor sleep. Then you stand still. Another day slides by. The feeling of powerlessness grows. Here is the blunt truth: blaming lightens your feelings for a minute, and then it makes your life heavier for years. It is not that you control everything. You do not control the weather, the market, or other people's decisions, but you always control your response. You choose your bedtime. You choose whether to keep airplane mode on till 10 in the morning. You choose whether to make the hard call today or push it to next week. Every choice is a vote for the future you want or the future you do not want. Ownership cuts the chain of excuses. When you say "I choose," your brain shifts from victim to leader. Freedom begins there. Discipline begins there. Results begin there too. Not from fancy promises, from actions that pay in real life. Convert each choice into its future cost. 10 minutes of morning mindless scrolling equals losing 15 minutes of deep focus because you must restart. 1 late app-based food order equals poor sleep, which pushes tomorrow's hard task and delays you by a full day. 1 late bill equals a lower credit score and higher borrowing costs for years. In reverse, 1 hard call today equals less lingering anxiety and an earlier door to opportunity. From now on, every choice carries your signature. Write down 1 hard decision you are avoiding and handle it today. Send the email, lock the meeting, submit the application, or stop 1 bad habit. Choose 1 no-spend day this week and move that money to your debt or your student loan. Make the scariest call on your list, ask for feedback, negotiate salary, or decline an unnecessary invite. When ownership shows up, power returns to you. You stop waiting for someone to clear the path. You clear it with concrete moves. You will notice it. Your posture changes, your cadence steadies, your eyes do not dart away. Not loud, but strong. Here is the mechanism in plain language. The brain hates vagueness. When you say, I choose A because I want B and I will do it with C, the decision loop closes. The fog lifts. The inner bargaining fades. You feel less drained. You move in a straight line. You ask, what if I slip? Ownership is not punishment. Ownership is the standard for a fast return. You miss the morning target. Return within 60 minutes. Do not wait for Monday. You overspent. Cook dinner at home and move the extra into the emergency fund the same day. You dodged a hard call. Block 15 minutes this afternoon. Everything comes back within reach. Score decisions with 3 short questions. 1. Does this help or harm the 6-month goal? 2. What is the future cost of doing it or not doing it? 3. What is the smallest step I can take today? Answer, then execute. No extra loops. One more example to build belief. Jocko Willink, a former officer and trainer, has spent years emphasizing full responsibility. He is clear: when you own your part, solutions appear. Not because the world changes, because your stance changes. You see the action path that was in front of you all along. Ownership lives in ordinary days, not only on special occasions. It lives in the quiet morning when you keep airplane mode until 10 in the morning. It lives in the 15-minute anchor before a block of meetings. It lives in the 20-minute walk after lunch when your head wants to drop into a screen. It lives in one boundary sentence you say to others: this is a quiet window for my main work. Those small pieces joined together form the identity of leading yourself. Ownership with money is very concrete. You set 2 no-spend days each week. You pay the student loan minimum on time. You check your credit score each month. You prepare 8 to 12 meals at home in a month to reduce app-based takeout. You do not wait for free time. You schedule it and protect the schedule with do not disturb. Ownership with health is just as clear. Sleep at least 7 hours. No sweets after 8 in the evening. 3 workouts each week. If you are tired, go to bed 30 minutes earlier and do not negotiate with night screens. Do not accept late-night plans. Protect your energy before it is empty. Ownership with your career looks like this: send reports on time. Learn 2 skills within 90 days. Do the hard task before 9 in the morning. You want a raise? Book a 15-minute performance feedback meeting this week. You want to change jobs? Write 15 lines of your resume tonight. Repeat for 30 days. The path opens. Do not confuse ownership with self-loathing. Self-loathing keeps you stuck. Ownership gets you up. Not I am terrible, I choose differently right now. From that sentence, action starts to run. Still afraid of the hard call? Use the 15-minute frame. Minutes 1 to 3, write 3 bullet points. Minutes 4 to 12, make the call. Minutes 13 to 15, note the result and the next step. No need for theatrics. Just be clear about what you want and respect the clock. Each time you finish, a weight comes off your chest. Place a personal conversion chart on your desk. Each 10 minutes of mindless scrolling equals 15 minutes of lost focus. Each late bill equals a drop in your credit score. Each home-cooked meal equals 1 step closer to the emergency fund. Each 25-minute work session equals 1 brick of self-respect. This chart reminds you to pay with the present to buy the future you want. You work 9 to 5 commute fare and come home tired. Understood. Ownership does not ask, are you tired? Ownership asks, what can you do in the next 10 minutes? Plenty. Clear the desk. Open the main work file. Write 3 lines. Pay 1 bill. Decline 1 empty appointment. 10 minutes can change your direction. When others make mistakes, ownership still holds. You do not carry their blame, but you choose your response. You choose to speak plainly and offer a fix. You choose to document it by email. You choose to improve the process so the mistake does not repeat. You do not let another person's error become your excuse for stalling. If someone mocks your discipline, smile and restate your boundary. You do not need to convince. You need to be consistent. Give it a few weeks. The right people adjust. The wrong fit drifts away. You keep the peace you need to do what matters. Here is one image to seal it. You stand in front of the mirror at night. You ask, which choices did I sign today? If the answers are went to bed on time, made the hard call, skipped impulse, spending place, one dot, repeat tomorrow. The row of dots is your signature on your own life. The final rule is simple and not negotiable. Lead yourself first, then lead your time, your money, and your work. No exceptions, no shortcuts. But there is a big reward: freedom. Freedom from excuses. Freedom from being dragged around. Freedom to move faster than your former self. 3 micro actions for today are listed above. Do one in the next 10 minutes. Do not wait for inspiration. Do not wait for a pretty calendar. Begin and sign your name to it. This is where you stop blaming and start leading yourself. 60 more seconds. Act now and make a public commitment to lock the momentum in. Final segment. No more theory, only a 1-minute choice. You have heard enough. Now is the time to sign your name on tomorrow. You do not need perfection. You need clarity, and you need it now. 6 months does not begin with a drum roll. 6 months begins with 60 seconds. 1 decision, 1 action, 1 public commitment to bind yourself to it. Picture this. You mute the noise. You open a note. You write exactly 1 line. Your heartbeat slows. Your mind grows quiet. You feel your hands on the wheel again. You are not short of motivation. You are short on a start switch. Here is the switch. Act for 1 minute, then lock it in with a public commitment. Because whispered promises are easy to forget, but words written where people can see will pull you forward. 60 seconds for the decision, 6 months for the life. Open a note. Write 1 bad habit you will cut for 7 days. For example, no social scrolling after 10 in the evening, no app-based food orders on weekdays, no videos before bed. Write 1 hard thing for tomorrow morning. Be specific. Whom you will call, which email you will send, which document you will submit. Set a deadline to finish the first part by 9 in the morning. Turn on airplane mode until 10 in the morning tomorrow. Keep do not disturb on through the night. Place your phone out of reach. Put a reminder note on your desk. Now think about this. If you do those 3 steps in 1 minute, what changes? When you open your eyes tomorrow, you already have rails. The hard task stands in front of you. The noise is blocked until 10 in the morning. You do not begin with the old reflex. You begin with clear intent. Next comes the public commitment. It does not need to be long. It only needs the right structure. Post it in the comments. That is the cord that keeps you upright on tired days. Public commitment, comment template, time habit days. Example: 7 in the morning, no scrolling until 10:14 days. Or 6:30 hard task before 9:21 days. Or 8 in the evening, no screens after 8:30 days. You can add 1 line for money if finances are tight. Wednesday, no spending, move it to the emergency fund. Or the 15th of each month on time student loan payment. But hold on, do not just write and walk away. Set reminders. 1 gentle chime at 9 in the evening, clear the desk for 10 minutes. Write tomorrow's 3 tasks, place the phone out of reach. 1 chime at 6:30 in the morning. 1-minute ritual, read your commitment, start a 25-minute work block, and then rest for 5 minutes. 2 chimes, enough to hold the rhythm. Worried people will mock a public commitment. Remember this. You are not committing to make noise. You are committing to keep your word to yourself. Those who resonate will support you. Those who do not will stay quiet. What matters is that you move forward. If you slip for one day, do not delete the commitment. Do not wait for Monday. Return within 60 minutes of noticing. Drink water. Stand up. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch the promised task for 2 minutes. Place a new dot. The streak returns. 1 extra strength. Invite one trusted friend to a 30-minute morning co-work. Send each other a photo of the result. Speak little, do a lot. A second person's presence is a guardrail for your streak. Let me repeat what matters most. You do not need more motivation. You need 1 minute to start and 1 written commitment. From there, tomorrow changes, next week changes. 6 months becomes a different life. You know what to do. Do not close this. Open a note. Write 1 bad habit you will cut for 7 days. Write 1 hard task for tomorrow morning. Set airplane mode until 10 in the morning tomorrow. Then scroll down to the comments. Type time habit days. Send it. That is the first signature on your new chapter.